का हमारा जो सेशन रहेगा वो रहेगा improving command line productivity. So this is our topic. So in this we will discuss about the shell scripting. So in this we have two topics. The first one is shell scripting and the second is grep. So these two topics I will clear in this particular session. Okay, so have you any knowledge about the shell scripting and grep? These two topics, any idea regarding this? Okay, now so what do you mean by the shell scripting? Just know about what is scripting. If I told about the scripting is a group of command. What is script? Script is a group of commands. If you want to perform multiple commands at a time simultaneously, then you can use this particular concept scripting. So in shell scripting, so we are using the shell that is bin bash. So in this we discuss about bash shell scripting. So bash is a program. By this particular program we can perform the scripting. So mostly we perform all the tasks one by one. Suppose, see here. If I want to create a user, then what I will do? We use this particular command, user add user1. So that is already created. That is 1 2 3. So I want to create a user and provide the password also. This one. So I can provide, but if I want to create 10 user and provide password also, then what you will do? So you should perform these commands one by one. First this particular command, then another username, then again password, username, password. But I want to perform this particular concept in a one command. Then what you will do? So you can use the concept of scripting. So what is the meaning of scripting? Scripting is a group of commands. So by using this particular group of command, you can perform this, but by using some interpreter, so that is called your shell, that is bash shell, or that is bash program. So bash, as I have already told you about this, what is bash? Bash is a program born against shell. It's a shell. So we call this bash shell scripting. So performing a complex task, you can use shell scripting. Suppose if I want to create a web server. So in a web server, lot of configuration will happen, and I want to perform this by using the shell scripting. So first create the shell scripting and write all the commands in the script file. So we create a script file and write anything that you want, all the commands regarding the web server. Type these all commands in this particular file. Then you can perform this then you can execute this particular file in the web server will be created. So for this types of activity, this type of task, we can use bash shell scripting. Mostly scripting is also known as automation, automate. So to perform our task by using the automation, we can also use bash shell scripting. So all the tasks will be performed automatically. See here, what is the meaning of this particular all lines? Task with greater complexity. It means if we want to create the web server, DHCP server, DNS, and all other small tasks can also be. So we required a chaining means multiple commands. Perform first, create a user, then provide the password, add this user in this particular group, then provide these permissions. So I want to perform these types of activity. Then we can use shell scripting also at the, so we can perform scripting. So Linux commands are combined into the script. It means script, what is, it's a group of commands. So we can combine lot of commands and solve repetitive. Suppose if you come in a company and you always perform some commands. It can be 10 commands. First check the CPU utilization, memory utilization. So you always come and check all the activities daily basis and perform some task on daily basis. So for that type of activity, you use the scripting. So write all the commands in a file. That file is known as script file. So by using a bash shell script, so what is bash shell script? It's a just file, executable file, which contain a lot of commands. So first you need to create a script file by opening by any text editor. So by using VI editor, by using Vim editor, and by using Nano editor, any types of editor you can use to create a script file, and can use text editor that is known as Vim, Emacs, VI, Nano, all types of, because these provide the functionality of color coding functionality. VI is an advanced editor which provide this particular functionality. So in this we discuss about the shell scripting portion. So what is shell scripting? Shell scripting, it's a combination, it's a collection of commands that contain in a file. That file is known as a script file. And by providing the execute permission, we can perform all the commands at the same time. So that will be performed by the shell scripting. And what is the next concept about in this? So what is interpreter? In this, what is interpreter? Anyone know about the interpreter? This one? Any knowledge about the interpreter? That is known as compiler, interpreter. So have you any idea regarding this interpreter and compiler? Okay. So if you want to perform any command, so you can use the interpreter. It means we are performing a command, any command that is not supporting in your OS, then what will happen? That will not conduct. It means, see here, this is my file. I want to perform this particular file as a command. So it can be possible at this time? No. See here. So it will show one error. What? This show an error, bash cannot perform this particular command because this is not a command. But I want to perform this particular file as an executable file and write some commands in this particular file. Then we are able to perform this particular file as a command. So that can be performed by the shell scripting. Suppose if I perform one command, that is ls, this is a command because this is a command that can be performed from which particular location. This is stored in this particular location, this one. See, so this is a command that is stored in bin location. It means in a binary folder that contain in USR location. So it can perform. If I type ls-ls, sorry, only ls, this is not a command. If I perform this, so it will create an error. This inform to this particular bash program. There is any command regarding this particular? No, there is no command regarding ls and ls. Command not found. Search this in this particular location. Not found. But so this is the concept that is performed by this particular interpreter. So this is my interpreter. It means what is the shell that execute our task. If you want to check what is my shell, echo $shell, shell. So this is the shell. This is the program which perform this particular task. So this is our shell that is known as born again shell. By using this particular shell, by using this particular interpreter, we can perform our task. So bash is also known as the interpreter. It will provide the interface between hardware, OS, it means kernel. So this is my hardware layer. In this we install OS. This is my OS, that is also known as kernel. In this kernel we have a shell program. So any user that perform any command first goes to this particular layer. It means that is called bin bash. This is my bash program. By using this particular bash program, so this inform to kernel. Then the output will display on the terminal. It means it will display on your monitor. So this is the concept that will happen. So this is the concept of the interpreter or bash program. So see here, we have some lines. The first line of the shell script begin with the notation that is, this is called sharp sign and this is called bang. So it's called C bang. So this is the first line. It means just like header. That is referred to as SH bang, C bang, or it's also known as 2-byte magic number, this one. So these two characters, that is known as sharp and bang. So this is a hash sign, this is an exclamation sign. These two signs known as C bang. It means by using these 2-byte magic number that indicate the interpretive script. It means interpret by using which particular language. If I want to communicate in a language that is English, that is Hindi, that is other language. So for interpretation, we require a language. That language is known as bash language, bash program, bash shell scripting language. So it will require a language for the interpretation. Then it can perform, it can execute that particular task. If it is not understand that particular command, it cannot interpret. It means it can't interpret that particular script. So for a script file, by using bash shell scripting syntax, so you should use this particular. So this will interpret that particular file by using this particular program. If this program, bash program, has the connectivity, it means It will perform that particular file by this particular program, because this contain all the commands. As I've told you, what is script? Script is a group of commands. If I type a wrong command in this particular file, so it cannot be performed. It can perform only those commands that can be understood by this particular bash program, this bash language program, scripting language program, that is known as born again shell. It means this particular shell. If I type some wrong commands in this particular file, that cannot be executed. That will display an error. So that is known as interpreter. So what is bash? Bash is an interpreter. That is one. So all the commands can be executed by this particular program. So this is the first line that you should write in the script file. See here. We have one file. See, this is my first line. This is my command line, second one, and these are my commands. I want to perform this particular command. I want to perform this particular command, mkdir command, touch command, ls command. So these are the group of commands that can be executed by this particular script file. If I type any wrong command here, that cannot be executed by this particular program. So these all command will perform by this particular interpreter. So this is called shebang, SH-bang, 2-byte magic number. So it will inform to this particular program, and these all commands perform in a one time. So we can perform lot of command at a time simultaneously. So this is the concept about the shell scripting program. So see this one also. Read these all lines, then tell me what is the meaning of these particular lines. Read this. Have you understand this one? See, this is executing a shell script. Suppose if you want to run these scripts, run the script file, then what you will do? So first write a script file, then execute that particular file. But before the execution, you should provide the permission. So it can perform as an ordinary command. It means that particular script file will work as a command. If you don't provide the permission as the execution permission, it means by using the chmod command. So that particular file, that particular script file will not work as a ordinary command or as a command. So first provide the permission to the intended user. It means that user which perform that particular script file. So you should have the permission. It means that user that perform that particular script file, so have the execute permission. If you place, so what is the meaning of this particular line? Only this one line. What is the meaning of this one? Read this, only this one. Then I will tell you. I have already tell you the meaning of this particular line, but I want to confirm from your side. Many times I have told about this one, but in this shell script, especially told about what is the meaning of environmental variable. Okay, see, as I have told, see here, then I will tell you what is the meaning of this particular command, this one. As I have told you, this command is stored in which particular location? that is stored in this location. If any command is stored in /bin location or /sbin location, and I will show in these locations, that can be shown by the path variable. This is a path variable in these locations. If any command is stored in /usr local and bin, /usr local in sbin, /usr bin, /usr sbin and root bin, that can perform as a command. If you store your particular script file in these locations, then your script file will work as an ordinary command, will work as a command. So this is the meaning of this particular. So these shell path, it means this is defined by the path variable. So it will check in this particular path if that particular command will exist or that particular script file will exist in this location, then that particular command or that particular script file will execute. So this is the location where you should place your script file. If you want to create your directory, your own site, you can also create in which particular location? Most of the cases in user's home directory. So this is the home directory of root user. If you place this particular in the home directory of ordinary user, any regular user, you can also place in home directory also. So this one, and can invoke a shell script by entering the path name. If you want to specify the path, you can also specify this one. And by using this particular command, you can check what is the file that, what is the location and in which location this particular script file or this particular command have stored. So you can use which command. So which command is followed by the file name of an executable script file. So it will display the full path where the command or the script file will store. So that can be executed as a command or as a script file. So this is a small example. So how to create a script file. If I copy these all commands, see. So this is my first practical, how to create a script file. Script file and execute this script file as a command also. See, vim, give any name, script1.sh. So this is my first script. Then see, write all the things. So this is has, then this is a bank sign. So this is called CBank. Then provide the location. If you want to change this location, you can change also. So you can also use usr/bin, and from this bin use this particular bash program. You can also provide this, but most of the cases we use this one. This is a small path, so use bin bash. This is your command. This second, this is not known as the CBank. This is the comment. It means commented line. If you want to provide some description about these commands, so you can also provide the description about these commands. So you can use this one also. Then these are the commands, that is date command, cal command, mkdir command, touch command, ls command. So these are the group of commands. So this will create a script file. Script is group of commands. and you want to perform this command first, then this command. This will perform in a sequence format. So it will create this particular folder, and in this particular folder create a, see here, change this one also, new dir1. In this folder create a file name is this one. Then save this particular file, and you want to test, you want to execute this. So you can also use one command, that is ss command. So if you use ss command, so you don't need to provide the permission. See here, see, this is my file, script file, where is this one, C ls-l script1.sh. At this time we have no execute permission on this particular file, and I want to execute this. So you can use sh command, then give the name of the, so first it will perform the date command, then calendar cal command, then after then last one it will show the ls command. So three command will be displayed on the terminal, but it will create a file also and folder also. So what is the name of the folder? So that is this one, new dir1. Check, there is a file also here. So it will create the folder and it will also create a file also. So you can check these all things. So any doubt how to create a script file, how to execute this? We have another concept to run this. So that is, see, this is my script file. So this is your first command, this one. By using this you can perform also, but we do some changes, then again execute this. I want to create another directory. The directory name is this one, and this one, and this one. Then perform this by using another concept. So you can also use dot slash, then give the name of this particular file, this one. From current working directory, go to the location of that current working directory and perform this particular command. It means perform this particular script. So see, this will provide one error, or that is permission error. That I have told the earlier session, for performing, for execution a script file, you should provide the permission by using the chmod command. So we should provide the permission, then provide the permission chmod. So this is my root user. So type root plus sign of the plus and execute. So the intended user should have the permission. It means only on this particular then provide the script file. So check ls-l script1.sh. So this particular user have the execute permission. If you want to provide this permission to other user, so other can also perform this particular file as a command. See, so this will perform. See here, this is the result of date command. This is the result of cal command, and this is the result of ls command. Then see, there is another folder, that is this one, and in this we have also a file, that is this one. So these two concepts, and the last one is, if I want to perform this particular as a command, ordinary command, because suppose if I type a command, so this will perform, and the same concept I want to perform this particular see as this one. So see here, this will goes to this particular location and check the path variable. If there is any file or there is any command that available in this particular path variable, then this particular bash program will execute this one, but at this time not execute. So if I place this particular file in the path variable, see $path. If I place this particular file in my home directory, bin folder, USR bin, any location, then this will perform as a command. See, we have a folder, my folder name is bin, that I have created in another class, but this is not created by default. So first, what you will do, create a directory. The directory name is bin. Then this is your first concept. Then copy this particular file. Which particular file? This particular file, where is the file? This one. In which particular folder? Bin. C. Okay, we have another one file. So change the name of this one also. So that is new. Then again move this one, new script file. In which particular location? This location. Then see, ls bin. We have some other file also, script1.sh, script01.sh. This is my new one. And I want to perform. We have 3 files, but this not have the execute permission. So this cannot be, this cannot perform as a command. So you should provide the execute permission first, then it will perform as a command. So these 2 commands, these 2 files work as a command. So first use this one. See, it will execute as a command. See, so this will work. So this is the concept. The first concept is sh, then give the name of the command. This is your first, then see, this is, then this is your first. Then if you want to execute this like as, you can also, but you should provide the execute permission, and you can also perform these commands like this. So these 3 concepts that I have discussed with you, this one also, this one also, and this one also. So these 3 concepts can be used to execute the script file. So I have completed this one. So by using this particular, see, one more concept, see here. If I want to check which one, this one, WHICH. See, what is the location of this particular script file? So this is the location. In this location, this file, this command will execute. This command is stored. So we have stored this in this particular location. So by using the path variable, this particular script file will work as an ordinary command. So if you want to check the path variable by using this particular command, or you can check all the variable list. See, this is the path variable, this one. So when we perform this check this particular path, and first this particular path, then this particular path, this path, this path. If the command or the script file location will found, then that particular command will work. Then it will inform to the shell bash program, then bash will execute that particular command or that particular script file. So this is the concept that will happen in the background. So these are known as the variables. In the later session, I will discuss the variable also. So this is whole concept about how to create a script file and how to execute them. So this is the concept. This is the path. This is the command, and this is the location. Create this particular folder, then move your script file. Then you can perform which command. If you want to execute that, so you can execute this one also. So that particular, then this particular script file will work as a command. So this is the whole concept. Then I will move to the next topic, that is quotation. It means single quote, double quote, back quote. We have also one more, that is back quote. UUOT. So what is back quote? So this is the sign of back quote, this one. Then I will discuss about this. So any doubt in the above commands and above any topic, then you can ask. Then I will start this one, that is related to the quote. Okay. And Rahul and Vijay, any doubt regarding this? Okay. Give me only just 1 minute, then I will start this. Only just 1 minute. Then, so have you any idea regarding the single quote and double quote that is used in script file? So we use this one in a script file. Back quote also, single quote also, double quote also, and back quote also. See, these are called the meta character, or these are also known as the special character, because in script file some characters that is known as special characters. So these are known as characters. So number of characters or words and words have special meaning in a bash. It means for this particular bash program. So if I want to use these characters as a literal character or as a special character, so we can use this one. Literal means just as a normal character. It means exact meaning, that one, this one. Or correct, it means This is a backslash, so this used as a backslash only. This is a single quote, use this character as a single quote only. So we can also use. So for these one we can also. So to remove the special meaning of these characters, so we can use the escape character. So that is known as back quote also, single quote also, sometimes we use this one also, this one also. So these are the special meaning in bash shell script. So backquote is a character that is used to remove the special meaning of a single character immediately, just like see here. If I type this particular command, so this will print all these lines, because echo is used to print the text, to print anything you have write in the terminal. If I place this one character, this one has character, so it will not show these all lines in the on the terminal. So this will remove, so these cannot work. If I want to place this one as a literal character, as a just as a character only, so we place the backward sign in front of this one, see here. So this will also work as a literal character, as a normal character. So to remove the special meaning, we use backquote also. So backquote is also used to remove the special meaning of any character. That is mostly used in shell scripting environment. Mostly. See how I will prove this. So see here. See, this is a command echo that is used to print any message on the terminal by default. See, this is line 1. So it will show the line 1. If I write anything, it can be anything, with a space, without a space, it will print all these things that you have print on the terminal. But I want to print hash character also, this one. So it can print this one? No, not print. Because hash indicate just like as a comment. When you type in a script file this particular character, so this particular have the special meaning when you write any command, suppose ls command, -l command, so this will work. If I place this particular sign in front of this, so this will become a comment, not work as a command. See, this will not work, because if I inform to bash program, then bash program will check the location of that particular file, then it can execute. But this not inform to shell, it means this just like work as a notepad. If I place just one hash in front of this particular bash program, so it will not inform to this particular bash program. So this is the concept. If I place any other command and I want to create a user, it will not work. The same thing for the echo also. If I write anything, so it will not display. And if I remove this one, it will display, because it will inform to shell. So this has the special meaning. This work has character is used as used. This is used to apply the comment. Not so. If I want to place another hash also here, not so me anything. But if I place a back quote in front of this, see the result. Now see the result. First, this is a text that will appear by using the hash sign also. Now at this time, hash will work as a single or a normal character because it has the literal meaning. It means just work as a character because hash is a character. Hash, dot, all these known as the characters. But at this time, this not work as a special character. But see here, we have also some text. But after this all line will become as a comment. But I want to display this particular line also. Then what I will do? Then use another one backslash also here. See the result. All lines with hash character will appear on the terminal. So this is the concept that is used in a shell script in which particular manner? If I want to place something like this one, see, dollar, if I place a dollar sign and use this one, see the result. What it will, sorry, I have one doomed mistake here. That is dollar, this one. See the result. What it will display? It display the value of this particular path variable. Sometimes we need to display, we need to use the variable in a script file. Then we can use this. So see, all the path will appear, but I want to use this particular sign. This is a special character. This is also a special character. So lot of special character that are used. So I want to use this particular character as a literal character. It means as a just as a character, not as a special character. Then what I will do? If I place a backquote here, then see, this will work as a normal. So sometimes we use this particular character in front of any special character, that it will remove the special meaning of that particular character. So this is the concept about this one, C. But at this time I have told about this one. Then what is the use of single quote, double quote and back quote? That I will explain. So in back quote, there is any doubt? Okay. Then see the use of single quote. See, if I remove this one also, this one also, then what will happen? Only first, because it recognizes this dollar sign is used to call the value of the variable. If I want to call to anyone, so we should know about the number of that particular person. Same thing if I want to call a variable. So we put this particular sign in front of the variable. So that value will appear in front of you. So see the result. Then if I place a single quote here in front of this one and the last one, then what will happen? See this one. It will display all the values. So single quote is used to put the value as you have typed. All the values as you have typed. This is my dollar. This is a dollar sign. This is a hash sign. This is a hash sign. As a sign only, just not as a special meaning, because these signs have a special meaning also in dash shell program. This will work as a comment. This will work as a to call the value of the variable. These two have the special meaning. But see again, if I put double quote here, then what the result will appear in front of you? See the difference between single quote and double quote. See the result. If I place double quote in front of variable, the variable value can put, but this will work as a normal character. Not for this one. See, I will see the result of this like H. Then use a single quote here, also double quote here. Then see the result. Same result will appear. If I remove these whole thing, then what will be the result? It will show just, if I place just single quote in front of this, then see the result. It will place the value as you typed. But double quote has the speciality. If you put a value that is variable, then it will print the value of the variable. See, if I put another variable, see the result. This is my another variable. This will show the meaning of the present working directory. See, another variable name. This will show the history size, that is 1000. Then how I can see all the variable name that I have already told you, env command, by using this one. These all are the variables. This one the hist size, this one the path, log name, genome desktop. So these always in a capital letter. So these are called the system defined variable. This is the shell version. This is my terminal. This is my shell. This is the mail variable. So these are predefined variables. See, pwd, home, user. So host name, if I want to call this particular value, so we can also call. So this is the concept. host, host name. See here. So then this is about the single quote and back quote. Then what is the use of back quote? Where I can use this in a shell script. See the result. If I want to run a command, ls-l, this one, and /root, I want to print this particular value. This will print as it is, as I have typed here. Then use single quote. See the result. See, print the value. Then see the difference. If I use backquote here, this one, this one, not this one. Okay. See the result. It will show all the result. Suppose if I want to use a command, see, it can also work. If I want to perform a command in a shell script, then what I will do? We can use a backquote sign. If I want to perform plus sign percentile, then X. See the result. This is date, and I want to perform this command. So this one. If I put some value also, this is today date, today time, not date, time. This one. Then see the result. I do some mistake also here. So use this in a backquote. This one from this to this. See. See the result. This one. If I do any mistake that it can perform. So this is the result of the command. This is my command. I want to print the time value. So I have typed some text also in a single quote and perform this particular command. So this will print the result. This is today date. See the result. Not this one. Change this particular value. This is date. It's day 29 December 2020. So this will work. So this is about the backquote, double quote, sorry, single quote, double quote, and that is called backquote. But in your book, it will perform like this. Okay, this I have already told you. This one, this completed. This one, like this. Suppose we have a command that is host name, and we want to perform this command by using one variable. We want to put the value of the command in a variable. So we can also do this. See, I will perform this. Suppose I want to put this whole value in a variable. This is called any name, where one. See the result. Okay. Base command not found. I will perform like this, then it can work. See, this is var1. If I want to display the value of var1, this is my user defined variable. The name of the variable is var1, and I want to print the value of the var1. See what it will display, this one. So If I place some value, see here, this is date. See, the whole thing will appear. So this is the value of this particular. So mostly if I want to use the value of the command, so then what I will do, give the name of the variable. By using this particular variable, it will place the value of this particular command. So by using the command value in a variable, we can use backport also. And one more concept that is also, we can also use like this one. So use $sign, then this bracket, then you can perform the command. See, if I want to use this like, this is, I place a value that is host and $sign, again the name of the command, host name, then see, echo $, then this particular name, this name, C. So this is my host name. So we can use this particular command value in a variable. This is my variable. So we use this $sign, then this one. So this is the concept that we can use. So see here, using the double quote mark to suppress globbing and cell expression, but still allow commands as a variable substitution. If you want to perform any command value as a variable, so you can also use. That is called, if you do not want, we have a command that is very long command and we want to perform in a small manner. So we use this particular concept. So this is the concept just like this. See here, what is the meaning of this one? This one. So you can use, this is called bracket, curly bracket. So you can also use curly bracket, and without the curly bracket, this will display the value of the variable. What is the value? The value of the variable is hostname -s. It means in a small, it will display the host name. So you can also use. So this will complete, and this all I have also completed, this one also, this one also, this one also. See, one more concept I will show you. Suppose if I place here hello, then see the result. It display the text only, but not the sign of double quote. Suppose if you want to put this particular sign in the terminal, then what you will do? You can also use backquote. See here, not this particular sign in front of this particular character also. See the result. Then this particular double quote and this particular double quote will appear on the terminal, because this has a special meaning. This particular sign, this also have the special meaning. So both character will appear in front of you. It means on a terminal. And we can also use single quote sign. See here, if I place single quote, and we can also use single quote, then see, because single quote is used to place the value as it is, as you have typed. If we have typed double quote, then this double quote will work as a double quote only, not have the special meaning. So this is about this one also. If I place this particular then use this one also same, and also use single quote also. So these three concepts will also completed, and this is for only just the errors. Suppose if I place this value in a script file, see here, this one, and this will display this hello world in front of you. This one used for the errors. If I want to redirect any error in any file, you can also do this. So see here, this will see one error, and I want to redirect this particular error, so we can also use this particular sign that I have already told you. And in a redirection, see again, if I place this particular command and anyone this, so this will show me one result, one error, and I want to redirect this error, so we can also redirect this in this particular file. So see, this particular, all the error will save in this particular file. So that is also, that can also be used in a script file in a same manner. So this will also completed. Then I will discuss about the loops. So anyone, any doubt regarding these all the commands? We have typed all these values one by one. If you only just follow this all concept, then your practical will perform. I have typed all the values that I perform, this one. So this will complete. Then I will perform the loop, this one, from this concept. So what is the use of loop that I will perform? So any doubt regarding this? Because we have 20 minutes, within 20 minutes I will perform this particular concept. We have loop, and after the loop, only loop I will perform today. Then this particular command I will told you in the next session. This one, and test command also. And what is the last? Only then the conditions. These are the conditions that I will told you. After then this scripting will complete, scripting topic. Then I will start with grep. So in this session, I will just discuss only about the loop, only just loop. So have you knowledge about the loop? Anyone? Rahul, Vijay, any knowledge regarding this? Okay, not so. So what is loop? Suppose if I want to perform a command in a continuous manner, it means suppose if you come in your company and perform the all activities on a daily basis, check the memory utilization, check the CPU utilization, check all some of other things also in a daily basis, but not in one system. Minimum one, two system, three system, four system, all the activities will same. But I will perform that activities in 10 computer, 50 computer, 100 computers, then it will take a time. So for removing these things, so we can use loop in a script file. So you don't need to type all the commands again and again. So you can use these in a loop. You can put these values in a loop. So loop are used to perform your task automatically that you want to repeat. So using the loop is used to iterate. It means it will automatically change, or it will automatically repeat the value that you want to call. So this is the meaning repeat. Okay. So system administrators often encounter repetitive tasks. I want to perform any task in 2 computer, 3 computer on a daily basis. Then we can use this loop concept. So repetitive tasks can take the form of executing an action multiple times on a target, on any machine, on any system. So we can use loop concept. So repetition can take in the form of execution and action once across multiple target. Then we can perform the loop concept. So there are different types of loop, but in this session, in our topic, we have only just for loop. So we use for loop. So what is the meaning of for loop? This is used to perform your task in a repeated manner. Is one of the multiple commands I want to perform. So we can also use this particular concept. So this is the syntax of the for loop. Type for, then give the variable name. So define a variable. It means input. You can take a single command also. You can take a list of command also. So do this particular task. Then type your commands and name of the variable. Then done. So this is the syntax for variable name, input, it means in, list, then do, then command, then variable name, then done. See, I will show this one example. This see here. Suppose if I want to perform an echo command, I have typed host 1, then it type host 1. I want to type host 2, then it again type host 2. Then if I type host 3. So we perform 3 commands. If I want to display these all values in a one command, so we can also use loop. See here. So just I give example by using the echo commands. Then I will give some example of the live scenario also. Suppose if you want to check the connectivity of your system, how many systems are available in your network that is up and down, that you can also use the loop also concept. So it will check all the systems automatically by using the loop. You can also give some live examples, but for your better understanding, I will see this in a small manner. See, so this is my for loop, and I want to print some value by using the echo command. I want to perform which particular command? Echo. I want to print my value server 1, server 2. So see here. So use for, then type anything. Suppose that is host. This is my variable name. Then see, in input we type server 1, server 2, type here server 2, server 3, anything, any value that you want to place. See, I will take only one value. Then you can use only one value. Then this particular sign, this is used, this is my different command, and I want to place a different command, same command, another one command in the same line. then we can use this particular separator. So this work as a separator. Then do. Which particular command? Echo. Then use this particular, I want to call which one? I want to call this particular variable. See, name of the variable, then again, because echo is a different command, for is a different command, then done. Then see the result. Server 1 will appear. If I want to print two servers, server 2 also, server 3 also, then see, three values will appear. Then if you want to use this particular concept in this particular manner, like see, I want to print 1, 2, 3, sorry, comma 2, 3, then see the result. All result will appear. And you can also use like this. So different concept then you can use to print the value. This is also a list. This is also a list. This is also a list. 3. Suppose I place one more value. See. So there are 5 value will appear in front of you. So you can see the result. So this is the concept of loop. So we can place any value, any command in a loop. So first it will perform this particular command, print this value. Then again it will perform this particular command again. Then print second value, third value, fourth value, fifth value, and so on. So it will automatically repeat all the tasks in a loop. Loop means this one. So this is a closed loop, this one. Repeat the task again, repeat the task again. So this will work as a repeating manner. So this is the concept of loop. Then see one more concept. This will also completed, Suppose if I create some file, see here, and I want to write, we have typed some value in this particular file, and I want to check what are the content that have in these particular file. Then we can use which particular command? Cat command. But first cat file 1, cat file 2, cat file 3. Then you should type 3 commands to print all the value that contain in this particular file. But by using the for loop, you can print all these values. So this is also the another example. See this one also. Suppose I will copy this one and paste here, then see the result. But at this time we have only 2 files, so it will show the result of only 2. See, so we have ls, so we can ls these 2 files. See here, at this time we have only 2 files, that is file 1, file 2, this one. So this is the concept to check. If I want to use cat command here, and what is in this particular file, then see, you can also use cat command. See the result that I have told in any other class. Same, I have the same result. So this is the concept of loop. So this is loop. See the same, you can also perform these commands. See this one. This is the some different. So this is my for loop, and this is a name of your variable. This is a command. If I use seq command and I type one value from 1 to 10, see, it will print the result 1, 2, 3, 4. If I place a value between in this, then what will happen? It will provide a gap between from this particular line to this particular line. How much gap? 3. Place 1, then maintain a gap of 3. Then it will place 4, 7, then 10. If I place a difference of 2, see. So this is the concept that we can use. If I place a value that is 2 and maintain the gap, see here, from this to this here, I want to check a table of 2, then it will, and if I want to use the table of 3, see, then you can maintain the result. So this is the concept that you can use. If I want to check and like this, all will appear. So you can use sequence command, but I want to use this particular sequence command in a loop concept. Then see here, it will place the value in a manner automatically. So this is to maintain the gap of 2 also, this last value. So this one they can you can print this. So this will complete, but I will give one more example. See this one, not this. See this one example. Vim ping 001.sh. See, this is my first line that is called cbang. This is my loop that is start with for loop, and this is my variable name. You can also change the value, but at this time I is work as a variable input, and I want to check how many pieces. So that is, I have a range. My range is, I will check first my network range. How many pieces? So that is the range 192.168.1.9. This is my IP also 1.9, and I want to check how many pieces. One 92.168.1.0. So this is the value, and I want to check this value till 100, only this one, and do this particular task ping. Check the connectivity only 2 times. What is the meaning of 2? 2 times. Use this particular value. If I have some error, then redirect these all errors, or it means ignore these errors. I have put one condition also that I have told you in the next session. So forget this one. This is my condition, and it will check. If I do ping, then it will show me a result of up. If there is an other condition, it will show the result in down. Then for start this and done this. So we can place all the commands in front of this. So these are the commands. After the do, perform all these commands, then done this task. Then see the result. But I want to do some more task. It will check from 100, but it will take more time. So remove this one. Only just I want to check till 20, just only 20. Then perform this particular command. You can also use just sh, see the result. My PC is down. I will check again what is my IP. So see, these are the systems that are connected in my machine, in my network. So this is also up, this is also up, this is also up. So see here the result, also up, also up, also up. So lot of PCs available in my network. Only just it will check till 20. Then what will happen in the background? If we want to check this, then see. But I close this session, so it will check. So this is the concept of shell scripting. Any doubt regarding this one? I will show some more examples also in the next class. So these examples are not in your book. So use all these things and perform the shell scripting function. If you want to know any other things also, I also some knowledge about the shell scripting also, because this is a different concept that is not a part of your syllabus. Just a single more concept, just what is loop, what is conditions, small examples in your book. So I think if you have no doubt, then I will end the session. Rahul, Vijay, any doubt? Okay, thank you. Okay, then I will end the session.